like to invite you to just take a moment to center yourself by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nostrils, exhaling out from your mouth. Taking these moments to settle into the practice for the next 30 minutes and to be aware that we're just going to do a couple of warm-up poses so that you have a wonderful day. I'd like to invite you to set an intention for your practice, whatever that might be. Noticing that your head is over your heart, shoulders are relaxed, elbows slightly bent. And you're always welcome to put a cushion under your sit bones if sitting flat on the mat isn't comfortable. You're noticing how your legs are crossed, noticing any textures. And I'd like to start with shoulder rolls. Since we live in an age of a lot of hunching over a laptop, sitting, we tend to hold the stress in the shoulder area. So I'd like to start by inviting you to place your fingertips on your shoulders and then just exhale as you bring your elbows together. Inhale as you bring your elbows apart. You don't have to match your breath with your movements, but it does help. So we'll just do 3 or 4 clockwise. And then switching directions when you're ready. Feeling the mechanics of the shoulders. Visualize tension releasing from them. And then I'm going to invite you to shake your arms, stretch them out to the sides, and we'll bring the right arm over to the left side of the body. You're welcome to hold either your hand or hold the wrist with the elbow, whichever works for you, so that you get a deeper stretch. Notice if you're turning your body or even your head. And then releasing, shake out. Left arm comes right across the front of your chest. Gently press into the body. Feel that stretch on the inside of the shoulder region. And then relax. And then we're going to do a half stretch. So I'm going to turn so that you can see what and how I'm doing this. You're just going to bend the right arm, lower the head, bringing the gaze to the ground. Grab the elbow with your left hand and then gently pull your right arm towards the left, ever so gently, so that you still feel the stretch. And then please take one full, deep, nourishing breath in. Release. Switching sides. Bend your left arm. Grab the elbow with your right hand. Gently pull to the right. Again, taking a full, nourishing breath in. And release. So here I'd like to invite you to just do the cow face pose. So in this case, you're just going to bring the right arm. And if you can touch, well and good. But the important part is really not about touching, but it's about straightening the back, looking straight ahead. And then releasing. Shake out the arms. We'll do the other side. And Gomukhasana or cow face pose is very good to straighten the spine, fix posture related issues, and of course the shoulders get a great stretch. And then we're going to release. Okay, shake out your arms. You're welcome to do another round of clockwise. 3. And counterclockwise. From here, I'd like to invite you to roll over onto all fours. So you're going to have the shoulders over the elbows, over the wrists. Hips are over your knees. Knees can be hip width apart. Exhale as you round your back. And then inhale as you open your chest. So you're welcome to lift the head and look forward or not. Releasing tension from your lower back. Cushion your knees if you feel that your knees are not going to be happy in this stance. And then I invite you to do 2 more cat and cows. So you're synchronizing your breath with your movements. Exhale as you round your back, tucking your head in. Inhale as you open your chest and look forward. Coming into a downward facing dog, keeping the palms flat. You're welcome to walk your feet a little further away from the body. Do a little bit of pedaling. Lower the heels. Feel the stretch. And then gently walk to the front of your mat. Bending your knees, unroll vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slowly. So the knees keep bent, helps keep the pressure off the lower back. And just coming up slowly allows you to avoid a head rush. Tends to happen sometimes if we come up too fast. Once you're in a standing position, taking a breath in and out, inhale, exhale, bring your palms to your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward again. Notice if you're locking your knees, and then microbend them. On your next inhale, come to half forward fold. Exhale to a full forward fold. And we're going to do a gentle round of sun salutation. So inhale, take your right leg back. Bring your left into plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, and your chin. If you're able to keep the hips up, go for it. This works like a mini tricep. And then inhale, slide your chest forward, untuck your toes, coming into cobra, keeping the navel on the mat and your lower back safe. On your next exhale, tuck your toes once again, lifting up into downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, step the right leg into warrior 2. So you're welcome to drop the left knee to begin with. Bring the right leg forward and then lifting your knee up, turn it, circle your arm, bringing the right arm up also, bend your knees, sink into your hips. Feel the stretch on the inner thigh. If you feel like your legs are too close, you're welcome to take the left foot and slide it a little further back. And that'll give you a little bit more length and a stretch. On your next exhale, we're going to do the reverse warrior. So you're welcome to arch a little bit or a lot, or even just keep the body straight with your right hand pointed up to the ceiling. And then gently exhale down. Rotate the left foot at the back. Inhale, take your right to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide into cobra. Untuck your toes. Exhale to downward facing dog again. Notice if your knees are locking at this point. And then when you're ready, inhale, step your left leg forward. So you are welcome to drop the knee to begin with. Or if you can do this in one step, bring the left forward, circle your right arm, coming into warrior on the other side. And again, if you feel like your legs are a little too close, you're welcome to slide the right foot a little further back. Settling into the warrior. And then exhale to reverse warrior. Again, you're welcome to decide which variation and how much of a stretch you want. And exhale back down. Rotate the right foot at the back. Inhale, step your left into plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, and chin. Untuck your toes. Coming into cobra, navel on the mat. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale, step the right leg forward to end. Again, you're welcome to drop the knee or keep it lifted. Exhale, bring your left leg forward. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to full forward fold. And then inhale, sweep your arms up to mountain pose. Lengthen. Prayer position in front of your heart. Relax. Shaking out your body, noticing how that felt for it. Then I'd like to invite you to do a balance, which is always great. So how we're going to do the balance is you're welcome to roll the foot onto the mat, whichever foot you want to start with. Toe, balls, heel. You're welcome to step into your low, your medium below your knee, or a higher tree. Back is straight. Palms can be together or open in cactus arms or even lifted up. I'm just going to keep it a little simple. Notice if you're locking your knee. Notice that whether you're pulling the breath all the way into the belly. You're welcome to have a gaze straight ahead or look at a point on the ground, depending on how you feel for today. And when you're done, release from here, shake out your legs. So the tree pose is great again for posture, strengthening your leg, and balance is always a win-win. Low, medium, high tree, whichever version you want to do on the other side. Again, straightening the back, keeping the knees soft. Palms can be in front of your heart. Gaze in front or on a point on the ground. See if you can deepen your breath. And then when you're ready, release from your pose. Shake out your legs and come and have a seat. So the sun salutation warms up about 84,000 muscles, give or take. And then we do a little bit of balance. Balance is always great because it also tells us our state of mind. So when we have a lot of thoughts, balance might be tricky. And when we don't have a lot of thoughts, balance is always a little better. So a lot of things that affect the balance. And then coming into a hip opening pose, bring the soles of your feet together. You're welcome to keep your feet a little further apart or closer. Interlace your fingers around your toes. You're welcome to flap your knees, but if you have like a lower back issue, you're welcome to just stay still with your back straight. So again, we're doing stuff which is going to counter the whole sitting forward, bending over a laptop or at your desk. And then I'd like to invite you to just take a moment to notice the next 2 cycles of your breath as they enter your body. And then stretching your legs out, we'll do a side stretch. So legs comfortably wide apart. I'd like to invite you to slide your right arm along your right leg. Exhale as you bring your left arm parallel to your ear or wherever you're comfortable with it. Keeping the head and the neck looking in the direction of whatever is comfortable for the neck. If you're looking down, turn the head. So you're basically looking at the wall in front of you. Notice the inner thigh stretch. Notice the side stretch. This is the quadratus lumborum muscle that we're tapping into in this moment. And then inhaling up, slide your left arm along the left leg, exhale to the right. So it's not important as to how much you're able to open your legs, but rather how much you're able to stretch on the right side and release any tension that might be resting there or accumulating there. And release. I'd like to invite you to do the spinal twist. No pose is complete without a little bit of a spinal twist. I'm going to turn, and what we're going to do is bring the right leg over the left knee. You're welcome to keep the left leg straight out. Traditionally, we do this on the left, but I figure if we're balancing things, it really shouldn't matter. Keeping the back straight, which is again what this pose is about. You're lengthening your right arm and circling and placing it behind without minimum weight. So we're not leaning into the arm. And then you're welcome to hold the knee, wrap your elbow around the knee, or lengthen your left arm, place it against your thigh, and then exhale into a deeper stretch. Your left foot would be active if you want to flex the toes, but keep the knees soft. Then you get a mini hamstring stretch. I'd like to invite you to stay here for about 3 breaths. You can see on my left hand, I've got the number 3 so that I'm counting with my fingers, but my focus is really more on the sensation of the breath flowing in and out. And then on the 4th inhale, you're welcome to swivel back to the center, stretch the legs, shake it out, bring your left leg over the right. Foot is technically flat, but if there's a slight angling to it, that's also okay. Circling your left arm, place it behind, hold, wrap, lengthen, and place the elbow against your thigh. Exhaling into a deeper twist. Flexing the toe, knee soft on the right leg. Turning the head and the neck as much as you're comfortably able to. Once again, I invite you to focus on 3 breath counts and notice how that makes you feel. And then on your 4th inhale, swivel back to the center, stretch your legs, shake it out if you need to. And then I'd like to invite you to do another hamstring stretch, but also hip opening pose, where you're lying down on the right side. And you can even do these stretches in the morning or before you end your day. So you're welcome to do the lying down variation of your head on your upper arm, or cradle your head in your hand, or do the Jane Fonda variation, whichever works for you. Lower leg bent, and then inhale, lift up your left leg, making sure that your knee is soft, gently pulling in towards your head, but of course, being gentle. Eyes can be opened or closed. If you close your eyes, you're basically tapping into a deeper interconnectedness with yourself. And if you're keeping your eyes open, just fix your point on a gaze, noticing the next 3 cycles of your breath. Noticing how the body feels. And then on your next exhale, lower your leg down, gently switching sides. So I give the 3 breath count just because it's like a mini meditation for you. And this is a breath you can use when you're off the mat in your daily life and you encounter a challenging situation, maybe frustration over traffic or anything that is challenging. So when you're ready, inhale, lift up the right leg, make yourself comfortable with whichever variation works for you. Check if your knee is soft, micro bend it, keep breathing. Notice how the body feels in this moment. And again, I invite you to just focus on 3 cycles of your breath. And gently exhale down. I'd like to invite you to roll over onto your stomach and we'll do the locust pose. Chin on the mat, arms alongside your body. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift up chin, chest, arms, and your legs. And this is also strengthening your lower back muscles. If you've had anything to eat or drink, then you might want to skip this. And then gently exhale down, coming to a seated position. So the 3 breath count, I just wanted to just give you a little bit of a way or a method that when we're in challenging situations, we can always just take 3 deep breaths, pause, and then respond to whatever situation we're in. So that's why I try to cultivate a 3 breath count in all my practices and teachings, because it just becomes a habit when we're in a good state of mind, so that when we end up not being in a good state of mind, it can be a go-to to stop us from reacting. Last thing that I'd like to do before we end, of course, is the eagle arms. So stretching your arms out, bring them together, elbow against elbow. So what I'll do is I will and wrap as much as you can. So if you can't do a full wrap, you're welcome to put arm against arm or the back of your arms against each other. Lift up the elbows so that they're shoulder height. And this is also great to straighten the back. You also get a wonderful stretch along your shoulder blades, your upper back, your scapula. And taking one full, deep, nourishing breath in. You're welcome to exhale out from the mouth. And unwrap, shake out. Switch, left elbow goes below, right elbow goes on top. Lift up the elbows, shoulder height. Again, it doesn't matter if the arms can wrap or if they're just against each other. The main thing is that you enjoy the stretch along the upper back. And then once again, taking that deep, nourishing breath in. And unwrap. I'm going to end over here. So I'm going to thank you so much for coming today. And if you have any questions, I'd like to give at least a minute or two to any questions that you may have that you'd like me to answer. And if you don't have any questions, then once again, I'd like to thank you for joining today's gentle yoga stretches. And I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you. Thank you again. Take care.